Okay, so as you can see, we have the opportunity to look at the various guides, and that's the difference between this game and White Knight Chronicles 1. In the first White Knight Chronicles disc, you get the opportunity to see text boxes that describe how you do the various actions in the game. But in White Knight Chronicles 2, you not only get the chance to read them through the travel logs in your main menu, but also when we get out into the wilderness, Leonard will take the opportunity to explain how to do combat and run around in the field. So basically, whenever you want to go anywhere in the game, you just want to look for any place that has a star in it. That'll let you know where the plot continues or where you have to go to get to the next location in the game. So that's a very convenient feature that they have here. So let's go in the direction of this star to advance the plot. So my avatar and Leonard are having a conversation, though of course we can't hear what the avatar is saying because he doesn't actually speak.
Weird.
Oh, it'll get weirder, believe me. Yeah, let's get back to it.
Huh?
Yeah, there are a lot of people getting around that gate because it's time for a bit of a history lesson. For those of you familiar with Greek mythology, you might be familiar with the story of the Trojan horse. And this is this game's version of said Trojan horse.
Ladies and gentlemen, young and old of Valandor, in honor of Her Highness's coming-of-age day, I give you wonders of plenty and sights unlike any. Step right up! The Marcus Revelers have arrived!
Yeah, that's right. They basically have given us a whole troop of clowns to act as the Trojan horse in this game. Curse you, Jack Nicholson! Curse you, Heath Ledger! And yes, Mark Hamill, I curse you too, because I know for a fact that even though you're Luke Skywalker, you were the voice of the Joker on Robot Chicken.
This is going to be some party.
Yeah, so let's leave the Trojan horse alone and focus on the storyline. At least our portion of the storyline. And in doing so, we get to access the game's official map, and we have to go to there's only one location available, and that's the Balastor Plain. So that's where we have to go to in order to get to the town of Parma in order to gain access to the wine that we need. So, with that in mind, let's now make our way into the Balastor Plain. And so we get to enjoy the beautiful scenery of this particular location.
The village of Parma is due south of here. Pretty simple. There's not much to it, but it's a nice enough place. Say, you're new to Balandor, aren't you?
Obviously you're not familiar with my
Show you the
two
sights
previous
along the way.
avatars.
Sound good? Just keep a lookout for monsters. We're in the wild now. Okay, before we head to Parma, we need to make a few preparations. I know, it's a pain. But Rapachi said to go over this stuff with you. So listen up.
Yeah, so now Leonard will explain how everything works in this game.
Press the triangle button to open the main menu, and choose Combat Setup to change your equipment or edit your commands. Commands are the skills you take into combat. You earn skill points whenever you gain a level. Choose Learn Skills from the main menu, and you can spend those points to acquire new skills. You can learn any skills you want, but keep in mind that you can't use them unless you have the right type of weapon equipped. The only exception is magic, which you can use with any weapon. Choose carefully. Once you've learned skills, you need to install them into command slots. Choose Edit Commands under Combat Setup to get started. Once you've installed commands, you can use them in combat. Anyway, you'll get the hang of it. You've already got some skill points, so why not try it now?
So yeah, with that recommendation in mind, let's take the opportunity to learn some skill sets. Now, in the course of the game, you get to learn from 8 different skill sets, but Leonard, unfortunately, is like pretty much all the other characters in the game that is not your avatar. Your avatar can learn from all 8 skill sets, while the other main characters in the game can learn from only 6 different skill sets. There are 6 different weapon skill sets and also 2 different magic skill sets that you get to learn from. So, for the most part, I'll be using the sword here, just a basic weapon that they've given me to use for the course of this Let's Play. Magic skills like Divine Magic are really important, but elemental skills, you don't necessarily need to rely on those so much unless you're going for all of the trophies in the game. Then you're going to want to make it an opportunity to go and get a chance to learn these elemental magic skills, because if you're really looking to get all the trophies in the game, this is something that you'll absolutely need to have. But for the course of this Let's Play, we'll be focusing on the use of the Divine Magic, like Heal, which your avatar does not start off with automatically. And whenever your avatar learns a new ability, it has the opportunity to unlock new abilities to learn. So, like those 3 right here, Cure, Unbind, and Awaken. But you need, of course, more skill points in order to learn those. And also it's important to learn your weapon skills as well for whatever it is that you're going to learn. So as you can see, my avatar already, course, comes equipped with a short sword, as well as the 5 other weapons of this game: longsword, axe, spear, bow, and staff. So you can start your avatar with any of these weapons. And in addition to that, you can also give your weapons to any of the other characters in the game. So let's take the opportunity to advance now forward to this bridge, and Leonard will start doing some more narration.
Uh-oh, I see a monster. By themselves, those guys aren't so tough. But if they gang up on you, watch out. Make sure you know what's around you before you go picking a fight. To attack a monster, move close enough for the target marker to appear. Then press the X button. You'll draw your weapon and switch to combat mode. Press the circle button if you need to exit combat mode. To change targets, press the L2 or R2 button. Or, if you want, you can hold the L1 button and use the directional buttons instead. Once the action gauge in the command circle fills up, you can use the skills you installed in the command slots at the bottom of the screen. Use the left and right directional buttons to make a selection, or use the up and down directional buttons to switch to a different command line. Once you've chosen a skill, press the X button to confirm your selection. Some skills will use up MP or action chips. Your action chips refill when you attack enemies or get hit by attacks. Our HP and MP are shown in the upper right corner of the screen. The border of the screen will turn red if HP gets low, so keep your eyes peeled, okay? If somebody's HP drops all the way to 0, they will fall in battle. Be sure to use items like heal potions or magic like heal to keep everybody in good shape. If you'd like to know more, press the triangle button to open the main menu, then choose Travelogue, then Help.
Okay, so with all of that taken care of, let's now make our way into the battle. So, the enemies in Balastor Plain are pretty straightforward. There are 3 different types of enemies. One of them is the Polkans, which is basically like a little chunk of wood that's been brought back to life. And it's really hilarious. And no, I don't want to target you. I want to target you. Okay, this is a Kibble, which is basically a gnome that has been brought to life. They basically took the Travelocity roaming gnome and made him an enemy. So yeah, that's quite hilarious. Also, in addition, you'll notice we need 500 experience points to get to another level, which will be level 2, of course. And I should also take into consideration that I need to give my avatar the healing spell, because he's definitely going to need to cast it over the course of this game. Alright, so let's go around the edge of the lake here and find some more enemies to defeat. The Kibbles and the Polkins, as well as another enemy that we're going to come across, are each weak to one of the 3 different basic sword attacks: slash, lunging strike, or thrust. And so it's up to you to find out what each enemy is weak to. So with the Polkin taken care of, let's now keep running along and find some more bad guys to take care of. And let's start cutting these guys down. There we go. Ooh, nice cache of kibbles over here. I like that. That's 150 experience points right there. And also you can change the how to have your characters fight in this game. Depending on how you choose to do so. You can have them focus on a single target. You can have them focus on multiple targets. You can have them basically fight automatically however they want. And you can also have them play defense. You can have them choose not to initiate any attacks at all. So let's go over here to the Kibble now, because there's more of them. Yeah, there are plenty of Kibbles, there are plenty of Polkins. We haven't found the 3rd enemy yet that's here in Balastor Plain. Alright, here we go. Yes, this is the 3rd enemy, the Giant Vespid. And this guy is weak to the thrust. He can definitely get thrust badly. And we have an additional experience level, so both of our characters are now at experience level 2. And as you can see, the Learn Skills option, the Learn Skills icon there is highlighted, so we can now get more experience with our various skills, because we now have more skill points to use. And I think I'm good with heal right now for healing my various characters, so let's have them learn more weapon skills through the sword. Alright, so let's have the same for my own avatar. And I'm wondering if I should also as well take care of something else. But I'm pretty sure that if I focus just on the sword and also on the divine magic, I don't think I'll have that much trouble. But there is a different weapon that I want one of my characters to use later on. So we'll make it a point to incorporate that. Also, something I should point out as well. Every time you gain an experience level, your experience points total resets back to 0, and you have to start going for the next experience level, which is at however many points that it is. It was 500 at level 1, it's now 700 at experience level 2. So definitely keep this in mind when we're playing this game. Now I'm going to make a turn to go back towards Balandor Castle because there's a treasure chest over here that I want to get. So let's take out some more bad guys and get ourselves some more experience, because this is definitely a good place to do some grinding. But you'll also notice that once we kill this Kibble, there's a difference. And I'll explain that as soon as I'm taking care of fighting these bad guys. So yeah, the Kibble is down. So let's go in the direction of the treasure chests, but before we do, I noticed that there was another enemy. Yeah, if you watch your map, you can see where your enemies are. The red icons will always indicate where an enemy is, and big red dots on the map mean that you will be facing larger opposition, which is much stronger. So let's take care of the Polkin here. Get you out of the way. That's good. Alright. And also as well, your characters can accumulate items. Each character can only hold up to 10 of a specific item. But there are also instances where a certain item you can only hold a few of less than 10. In some cases, you can only hold one of that particular item. So let's cut down this Kibble. Yeah, now as I mentioned before, I forgot to mention this before, you'll notice that instead of gaining 50 experience levels or 50 experience points, we gained only 47 experience points as we pick up the Chromium Pearl, which is an item that enhances your weapons and armor. So basically, as we go along, the more experience levels you gain in a certain location, the fewer experience points you'll gain. This is basically the game's way of trying to force you to keep on going towards the next location. So that's something that they basically put in as a failsafe to prevent you from over-leveling. So let's start taking out this Polkin here. Come on. There he goes. And I see a kibble over here, so let's take him out too. Yep, lunging strike on the kibbles, slash on the Polkins, and thrust on the giant Vespids. That will get the job done. So let's take down this kibble now. I said let's take down this kibble. Leonard, what are you doing? Okay, that was weird. I have never had that happen before, ever. I have never had any character miss the same opponent 4 times in a row. That right there was unprecedented. That does not happen unless you have some sort of status ailments inflicted on you, like darkness. Yeah, that definitely should not have happened, that Leonard missed the target 4 times in a row without a status affliction. So let's go this way now. Okay, so down goes that Polkin. Alright, I think we should be getting close to experience level 5 at this point. No, experience level 3, sorry. Yeah, 5 is about where you would want to be when you get starting on the way back. And if you're not at 5, you want to be close to it. So now we're experience level 3. So let's take out this Polkin here. Alright, so he's taken care of. So I'm going to turn it around for a moment and show that now it takes 900 experience points to get to the next level. And of course we can learn some new skills. And I believe, let's see, yep, I do have the opportunity to use the Swordmaster's ability up. This is needed for pretty much mandatory need to get some of the enhancements for your basic skill, like HP, MP, strength, defense, magic defense, and magic ability. So it goes all the way to level 5 for the Swordmaster abilities, as well as for other weapon abilities, and also these 6 icons down at the bottom, these are what enhance your various attributes outside of weapons. So let's also, you know what, I'm gonna have my avatar get the Swordmaster skill too, before I start using other things. Okay, so I'm going to take a time out here while I'm grinding, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we've taken the opportunity to do some more grinding, and I think we're good enough. We're getting close to level 5, so we're going to save the game here at this particular point, known as the Logic Stone. And not only does it save your game, it also allows you to get healing and also repair your weapons and armor, because you're going to need them to be at their tip-top shape, because they can break down on you. So you might want to be careful about that. So let's save our game, and we'll use this, overwrite this one file here. Saving on the screen takes a bit of time, but I don't find it's all that really much of a problem. I mean, you want to make sure your game is saved, and you want to make sure your game is saved right. Okay, so now that our game is saved, we can now make our way into the town of Parma.